Hi, I'm Stuart Heath, CEO of Harvard Grace. I want to talk to you today about commercial real estate financing. The first thing to know about when you're trying to finance a piece of commercial real estate is that the property itself will dictate how it should be financed. Even then, there are many, many options. And what I mean by that is every property is different, and there may be certain aspects of the property that lends itself to non-traditional financing techniques, which can really have an impact on the profitability, the net profits from the property itself. Here's an example. Some time ago, I did a piece of property. It was a development piece, and there was some timber on it. There was some timber on the back part. There was farmland and timber. I'm not a timber guy. I don't know anything about trees except that they grow tall. But it did occur to us that that timber had value, and there was 3 or 4 acres. And so, as a part of the financing, we arranged, actually pre-sold the harvesting rights to the timber, which apparently was not going to be mature for another 5 years. But we pre-sold those rights and got cash now, and I use that as a part of our equity contribution uh, as a piece of that acquisition opportunity. Another deal was an in-town deal where I was doing a condo redevelopment, and I wanted to buy the piece of property next door to control the space. And that piece of property had a cell tower on it. Well, as a part of that acquisition, I was able to sell the cell tower lease to a group that was buying those because a great big company, AAA credit, that was paying for the lease, and so that was essentially sold a stream of payments incoming to that, and got a pretty good chunk of change that went to the acquisition equity on that piece of deal too. So similar, but then there's always seller financing. You come across a lot of sellers who really don't know what to do with the money if you paid them everything, and so they want to earn a reasonable interest rate. And as long as they're reasonable and they're willing to work with your other financiers as well, seller financing can actually work out. I've linked to an episode of the Old Dogs REI Network podcast. It might seem ancient history. It's just from the summer of 2019, back pre-pandemic. But these guys have really got some really good stuff to say. Encourage you to take a look and take a listen to this episode. I would love to hear some of your stories about some of your more creative financings that you've done, and it would help everybody if you wouldn't mind sharing. So, thanks a lot for listening. We'll see you next time.